Today we want to have a closer look at the 2021 Honda F1 powertrain. In 2023, all 4 engine manufacturers are required to show their latest engine generation, and in Suzuka it was Honda's turn. Honda's latest F1 journey didn't start well. They started in 2015, 1 year after the competition and in cooperation with McLaren. And what a year that was. Already testing was a disaster and they needed 23 engines for 19 races for 2 cars. And the first 3 years with McLaren stayed difficult, and that was the end of that partnership. They teamed up with AlphaTauri, and after 1 year with them, the engine was good enough for race wins. Since they cooperate with Red Bull, they could match power and get on top of reliability. So in 2023, they have no engine failures so far. But Honda officially pulled out since the end of 2021. So at Honda it was clear that 2021 would be their last season, and they wanted to leave something Honda can be proud of. So they developed a new drivetrain for the start of 2021. They started the season with a brand new drivetrain with lots of potential and not too bad reliability. To extract more power, they needed to get the engine reliable, and because they already pulled out of F1, lots of stuff was leaving the engine department. So they needed to get this engine reliable with a smaller group of people. And then they won the championship. Because of the success, they decided to stay in F1, but in the meantime Red Bull looked for a new solution and found it in founding their own engine department in Milton Keynes, and they secured Ford as sponsor. So although Honda officially pulled out of F1, they still produce and service drivetrains in Japan. Red Bull is only renting from them. And now, let's take a closer look at the powertrain itself. The package looks very compact, a result of cooperating with Red Bull. We can see the 6 mounting points with the chassis and 4 with the gearbox. Also nice to see is the load path because the engine is a fully stressed member. We cannot see the air filter part here, but we use a single filter in the car. Honda uses a split turbo arrangement. If we look at this unit, which Honda kindly presented separately, we find a very interesting compressor section. Honda's first engine worked with a sort of axial compressor instead of radial compressor, and it looks like we have sort of both here as well. We can see the large compressor wheel, which looks like it has adjustable shovels. Behind it, it doesn't go directly into the radial compressor section like normal turbochargers. It has a longer axial section, which reduces its diameter step by step, and then goes into the radial section. So it looks like Honda used their knowledge of previous engine generations here and combined it. The compressor has 2 outlets, one either side. After the intercooler, the air is being fed back to the 2-part plenum, which is a horizontal design just like the Ferrari. This helps to keep the volume small and allows for smoother bodywork design. At the back of the plenums we have 3 pipes each going to the 3 cylinders of each bank. The exhaust primaries are fully insulated and join right before the turbine. Nice to see is the wastegate here. The turbine sits behind the engine block and has 2 inlets. One of them has a sharper turn and a straight section before the connector. This is to make space for the clutch underneath. If we look at the split turbo, we can see that the MGU-H is sitting at the cooler compressor side. Since the compressor sits in front of the engine and the turbine behind, the gap between them is the engine's length. We can also see the orange cables going to the MGU-K on one side and MGU-H on the other side. Like Ferrari, the forward-sitting volume looks like the oil reservoir. So for Honda, the last 8 years of F1 have been pretty bumpy. They had a difficult partnership with McLaren at first and couldn't reach their own goal. After partnering up with Red Bull, they could show their real potential, and today they provide a very reliable powertrain, which is equal on power with others and at the same time very compact. Let me know how you like Honda's F1 powertrain in the comments below, and see you at the next video.